I think there were some voice malfunctions there, but first started off here as here comes Spence now taking it up middle pressure. Here's Parquet trying to get past the defender Moose there. Well, there's Chipmunk now hitting it off the backboard, taken away by T Chili toward the corner. Spence gets past one, but here's Parquet now. Elizabeth able to pressure it away from the back wall and taking it now. By Parquet in the air. With Moose. Just flipping down. So here's Parquet now off the wall, going for a ceiling shot. It's gonna miss, and that's saved off the line by Slizbiz. Jelly trying to pressure away. Spence forces it back into the zone. Pressure now. Here's a good shot just above bar. Elizabeth's trying to get another shot off, and it's hit back toward the corner. Trying to find a way to force it back center. Moose shot off the backboard, hit away to the other corner by Chipmunk. Elizabeth again cross it off the backboard. Parquet first to get there, but pressure by T Chili back to the center. No one there to capitalize on that opportunity. Here's Moose now in the air with the flip reset. Gets it off right under the bar. It's just lying there. And it's finally cleared away by Spence. It's not out of danger just yet. It's now trying to force it back, but Moose hits it right back for the danger zone. Moose now. Again. Pressured Spence. Trying to force it the other way. Hit back way to Parquet. Sorry if I mispronounced that there, but here's Moose able to pinch it off the post, and it's 3-1. Almost halfway through this game one. Arce now. Trying to get past two defenders, unsuccessful. Spence able to get past one. Can't get past T Chili though. Saved by Chipmunk now toward the wall. Trying to see if he can still do something, but really nothing from that. Chipmunk still forcing it through. Has to be double saved by two defenders. Arce now trying to do some type of solo action. To no success. Blocked by Spence. Chipmunk now trying to get a one-on-one with Flick saved by Slizbiz. So trying to force it back center. Stuck in the corner, able to get past Spence. Popping it out to Alfred T Chili. Oh, gets a hit underneath. Just back and forth. Spence now looking for a good cross. Now on the corner. Here's Moose for a light touch, but blocked by Chipmunk. Pressured again toward the other corner. Chipmunk trying to force it past T Chili, but unsuccessful. Here's Parse now looking for a cross center, and it's completely pinched to the other side of the field. They're now trying to keep up any offensive pressure to hit under 30 seconds. And in the air, save toward the corner. It's Parse now trying to bring their team some more life. It's pressured off the post. Good pass out toward the right side. Here Parse now. We're gonna pass it to Spence, and it's a save off the line by T Chili. Most likely ended up being 3-1 as it's close out game one. They're still in the air though, a chance to get one back. off the backboard again. Chipmunk looking for something. No cigar. It's going to bounce there as Texas Tech take game one. Game two, I guess. So that game one. So Lisbon now trying to go straight off kickoff toward the corner, pressured by Chipmunk. Here, T Chili trying to. There's a good shot off the back post, and Moose takes an early lead for Texas Tech.
My prediction was very wrong. I said Kentucky 3-1. Does not look very right so far. Still a chance, but hopefully Kentucky can turn it around. I mean, they still have a chance. This game's only up one, only down one, so they still have a okay. Took one back for Parquet. Who's gonna say his name at least?
I can't tell you either than saying Parquet, but that's a great shot.
Yeah.
To tie it back up.
Very quick as well. It had to be, especially off kickoff. Oh, wait. No, can't get off kickoff. Good clearance by Sliz there. Just another dunk by him again. Chicho has no boost off this wall. Can't get much besides a 50. Chipmunk early chow. Saves him a bit. That's with the whiff. Unlucky. Chipmunk comes into the wall.
Chili trying to force it back toward the center. Here's Moose now. Again, pressured by Chipmunk, getting back to the corner. As it's finally cleared out by Spence. Being taken back by Sliz.
Yeah, Texas has a lot of pressure on Kentucky right now. Not handling it super well. They're doing pretty well. So, ooh, one lucky shot there. Gets blocked early.
Shooting from behind.
No way. That is an unlucky one for Chile with no boost on the goal line. Wow, unlucky.
As much as Texas Tech has been offensively dominant, there's been these good chances going the other way, and they just can capitalize on them.
Yeah, it's just that's a very unfortunate one, but can't blame Chile too much on that, just with low boost. Not much he could really do about it. Good. Oh, above him. Oh, no double tap there, unfortunately. Good experience though here. Parse on ball. Gets over one. Continues his dribble here. Gets fakes one. Almost Liz there. Trying to move out of the way. Chipmunk hits it up. Can't get it down quick enough. Tries to get hit off. Spence can't challenge, unfortunately. Good challenge there. To the corner. Could put Kentucky in a bad spot. Ooh, double commit there. Moose gets a good touch outs. Able to follow. 50 there. Inch out. Parse with very low boost off the wall. Gonna try and make something happen here. Fakes it down for the boost. Gets it and Chipmunk takes. Big hit by Sliz. Parse gets a close touch. Good 50 by Chipmunk. Unlucky for him. Ooh, missing the air by Parse. Back on the ground already.
Miss in the air, but it's like still trying to force offensive pressure. It's a demo though by Parse on Moose.
Or
So
get
looking
the
for a
touchdown.
pass
Ooh,
center.
can't get it though. Chipmunk back off the wall. Could get a. I can't get a bump. Doesn't matter. They get it. Let's get the clear anyways. Parsley off the wall. Resets. Flip. Oh, it doesn't get it. Gets 50 really early.
Chili now. And get past Spence, unsuccessful. Another 50 on the midline. This here's Sliz is trying to get above Spence, but just hits it to the corner.
Ooh, good beat there by Parse. Gets beat again, unfortunately, by Chili. Spence has a good chow. Chipmunk gets 50 by Sliz. Parse's got to take the ball here. Good clearance out here, puts him more to the other half. Just got to hold on to his lead at this point to even get a win back against him. That's at least a little bit of momentum.
They have been more offensively as of recently. Trying to add to this lead even more. An opportunity at the center saved by Chili. Here's somebody going the other way. And saved Parse toward the corner. Who's trying to put it back in the danger zone. Bumps on the goal line. Just cleared in time.
Right up there, Chipmunk gets ball off. Who says free ball here? No one's really on this for Kentucky. He has a free ball to a point here. Gets over Spence. Gets it down. Parse has a pretty easy ball. Chipmunk has touch in the air, but he misses it, unfortunately. Ooh, good boom out here by Spence. Could fall it for a shot. He does, but misses just barely. Great shot. Chipmunk on ball again for 50. Can't get a good enough one. Top recovery here. Parse has a sidewall. Oh, he almost gets it.
Close. Close now. Zero boost. Less than a minute trying to force anything toward the net. Here's Chili with a pass. It's going to be 50 toward the corner.
Chipmunk gets up here so he can hopefully follow for something, but he gets beat because he has no boost, of course. Fliz on ball. Hopefully can make a good pass middle. Gets a decent pass. Spence cuts it. Parse's on it now. No, unlucky on the ball. Well, can't get a 50.
Able to get completely over two defenders looking for a shot off the back post. Wow. That's beautifully placed.
That's a beautiful shot. Cannot put it much further off, to be honest. If it puts it any further off, it's not even a goal. It's insane.
It's more like a cross at first, but
I know.
That's going to probably give him the game win.
Chili also is on low boost again for that goal, unfortunately.
It seems to be a problem that they kind of need to fix, being on low boost constantly, but that's probably just good boost control from the other team.
Boom out here. Texas is trying to get anything going. They might get something here, especially with maybe the boost counts. Good over by Sliz. Get held out by Parse. That will end game 2.
Good response from game 1 by Kentucky.
Yeah, it was looking a little rough.
It was, yeah. Especially at the start of game 1, it was a little rough, but nonetheless, they have really responded well. I think they can carry this momentum forward, though. So they have a big problem if they get scored on immediately.
Yeah, I think if they especially capitalize on Chili seemingly being low boost in net, if you just hit the ball anywhere high, he most likely will not save it. But that's what they have to look at in next game to hopefully try and win it, and hopefully keep my prediction. Let's see if that happens, though.
Yeah, prediction's still on.
That is true. Hopefully so, but we will hope for that. Who's got leading goals? Ooh.
I just want to add real quick, that game was really like kind of split into two halves. Texas Tech had offensive pressure at the start, and then Kentucky just had it at the end there.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of the beginning was just a bunch of Texas pressure, and they would, and somehow Kentucky was able to get out of the pressure, even though it felt like they were not going to be able to, because they seemed like they were just, there was no way for them to get out, but they somehow found a way. Good for them, of course, and they come back with a 3-1 win. I think the first game was that 4-1 or 3-1, I'm not even sure.
It was 3-1?
Oh, so they did. Yeah, fair enough. It was a good win here. Oh, what a shot!
Wow.
That's a disgusting shot by Spence to start the game off, too. Seems like they got the early lead now. Might have the momentum to win the whole series.
This is what I said just a couple seconds ago. They can't get scored on immediately. That's just changing the whole game for them.
Yeah, that is putting them in the best position possible here. Oh, good camp. No,
Oh.
Spence just barely misses it for the free goal. That is unlike, well, maybe free goal. Not 100% sure, but we have Parsay in the air. Hits a, ooh, doesn't get above Chili there. Unfortunately, Spence doesn't go off the wall. Another shot. Good placement.
Oh my god, same spot again, just from a different angle.
I mean,
That's,
hey, if it
again,
works once,
beautifully
do it
placed.
twice. Why not? That's a
If it works.
crazy shot.
It's
Wow.
kind of falling apart on defense. This Texas Tech side.
That might be Texas Tech's biggest issue. They have really good offense and really good offensive pressure, but they lack in most is just maybe that defensive. I don't know, just to anywhere in the defense, because I mean it's a great. I mean, they can't fault them much. Spencer's shots were pretty much perfect there.
True, yeah.
Ooh, good touch up here by Chipmunk. Parsay could get the ball if he jumps. He does. Pass it back to Chipmunk. Oof, unlucky fair. It's a good block by Moose there. Vince could go for a double, kind of at least. Ooh, unlucky miss. Fake for Chipmunk maybe. Can't score it, unfortunately.
Especially gonna take his time with this on the back wall. You're unable to get that first hit, but Chipmunk's able to be there in recovery.
Yeah, I saved him a little bit. Double demo. Ain't no way. Oh, another demo.
Oh my god.
Like, oh, he just bumped his teammate too. This could be a good goal. Chili on no boost as always, it seems. Ooh, good 50 though on the
boost control. They're running out of space.
Yeah, it seems like feels like it's switched from game one being all the pressure on Kentucky to all the pressure being on Texas. Ooh, it's good hit there. Unfortunately, could be goal.
Opportunity. That's saved by Parsay.
Ooh, so it's gonna be there. Spence has a free ball to 8 points. Gets a rough touch where he does pass it out to Parsay. Parsay with a flip resets. He use it well. He does. Get a decent shot there. Ooh, double commit there. Could be bad for them. Good 50 though. Could be bad for Spence here if he doesn't get. Yeah, good 50 by Spence. Saves him a lot.
A lot of blocks, yeah, from both sides during that sequence. What is happening?
Yeah, I keep
leaving the
jumping in
ball
front
for
of the
each
ball,
other.
apparently.
But here's an
Yeah.
possible
Like,
opportunity. It's good place with sense of the even better save.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing right before that. No one wanted to take the ball, I guess. That's what it seemed like at least.
Miscommunication, but thankfully no harm from that.
Yeah, barely. But they almost scored, to be fair. They almost scored themselves off that play. Ooh, good demo there by Spence. Even though he gets his boost stolen. Say, ooh, this is rough.
That's great.
It's good by
Taking
Sliz here.
advantage of the
Unfortunate
mistake
for
though by
Parsay.
Moose.
Yeah.
Moose with a poor touch and he gets bumped. Oh no, I didn't see it initially.
Yeah, still just an unfortunate touch for Parsay. I mean, you can't do an insane amount there, but I mean, yeah, it's just a rough touch you have to get in that situation, especially. Not much you can really do. Ooh, good pinch by Chipmunk, though. Could get middle here. Parsay could do something with this. Sliz just instant go, so not much. 2 touchdown by Spence. Chili gets 50. Spence can follow, hopefully. Yep. Ooh, Moose gets a rough touch. Could be good for them here. Ooh, that's not a great touch middle, but no one's really there.
Yeah,
Chipmunk
play
gets on
more
it now.
defensive off that.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Looking for a shot that's blocked and sent to the complete other corner of the map. So with a
Oh,
pressure.
Oh, not a goal. It's
That was
barely off.
close.
That was a little too close for Kentucky. There's only 2 minutes left. They need to keep this, especially if they want to keep this lead. I'd love to at least have a 1-game lead after going down 1 in the series 2 starts. Ooh, good bumps there. Good hit up. Will Parsay is pre-jumping, I guess? Oh, wait, Spence maybe. I mean, Spence is seemingly their goal scorer in this game, especially. Chipmunk can't pressure here.
Just time it on low boost. 50 to the side.
Oh, no, Chili gets bumped. 50 middle? Oh, Moose beats Spence barely there. That's a great play, though. Unfortunate. Could be a goal here, though.
Sticking with it, looking for a pass.
Oh,
What a save!
What a save! No way, I didn't think there was anyone there. Oh, they still get that save.
I don't that might have been a own goal, I think. It might have hit off the defender.
That's what I'm wondering, because I was like, I don't even know how this went in.
Yeah, such a...
Oh, I think neither of them could reach it. Unfortunate. I mean, that is just how it is sometimes. They just
Good
both
placement,
really have
though.
boost. That is
Boost
insane.
again. It seems like the main problem for both teams now. Being on the goal line with almost nothing in the tank.
Yeah, once they get to that, I think it's, again, it is also most time probably just good pressure from, oh wait, good shot here maybe? No, unfortunately not on. I think there's also just good offensive pressure from, like, each team. It's just they're having good offensive pressure, not allowing them to get boost. So they're stuck in their goal, and then, like, now you see that from both teams now. Ooh, wait, a goal? Still could be something. Might not be yet. Probably won't be for now. Could be something for Texas, though. Giving Chili the ball here. Gets above Chipmunk. Parse has free ball. Gets beats.
We're looking for Moose.
Oh, no, that could have been it.
Spence able to take advantage.
30 seconds left. Not a lot of time.
Pass.
Oh, score!
Oh,
no way! Parse with a kind of a free goal here. I think Chili went way too high. Oh, he went out for the boost and he couldn't get down quick enough. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, a little risky for the boost grab, but I mean, he'd be in the same situation he normally is with no boost. Just showing that back ball.
Counter attack straight from the miss by Moose.
Oh, you're not even. I forgot about that miss too. That's right. Oh wow, that is actually. Oh, almost about 50 there. Oh, good touch middle. Wait, could we still goal here maybe?
Is that rolling?
Is it a goal? Wow.
Spence with the hat trick. The hat trick.
Spence is playing out of his mind in this game. Ooh, just gets the bump on slows as well right before he gets the touch. That is. Spence is playing out of his mind. They have to thank him for this game, especially because he's been doing it all just about, especially for the goals.
Exactly. Only 18 seconds. I mean, it's possible, but judging by the rate of this game, I don't know how.
Ooh. Wait, but still has it. Just him. He's got to beat.
My words here.
Good 50 though. Good save by him. Chili on ball here. They got to just get this out. Even this will at least waste enough time.
Now.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
1 second. There
is time.
Ooh. They've got.
That's a great goal, despite still being down by 1. That is a great goal.
That's a great shot, but unfortunately, the 1 second is going to put them in a weird spot because Kentucky can make a weird kickoff and just make it lose regardless, like they will. Oh, wait! Oh, wow! GG's. Game 2 or Game 3 goes to Kentucky. My prediction is still on. Hopefully it stays, but we'll see.
That was definitely closer toward the end.
Oh, yeah.
I think Texas Tech has recovered a bit from that shock.
That's still 2 goals, like, really fast, I want to say. Was it 2 goals quick? Yeah, because Spence just had 2 goals.
Based on the same spot both times.
And then, you got, Spence had 3 goals versus everyone on Texas Tech had at least a goal. The difference is insane. I mean, everyone scored versus only Spence just about, except for Parsley did have 1 good goal, so can't say much against him.
I mean, Parsley had technically the game winner.
That is true, that is true.
But then that was off a mistake, though. Where you got to think back of that. Texas Tech was completely on the attack. And the one miss just propelled into a counterattack.
That is how it happens, especially and then like Chili going out wide, put them in a rough spot because of course he goes out for boost and then he can't get down quick enough to get the save on Parsley's shot, and Parsley just has probably the freest open net you'll ever see in these types of games.
So down for maintenance.
Yeah, that's what I just saw too. I was gonna say.
Yep. Wow. To remake it. So.
Well, gotta love that.
Well, it gives them kind of a timeout if you think about it for Texas Tech.
That is true. A little bit of a timeout. I mean, I think as long as Kentucky plays the way they are, I mean, if you just give Spence the ball at this point, that's my thing with it. I mean, just give Spence the ball. He's probably going to do everything you need him to do. I mean, he had a hat trick last game. And I mean, as long as Parse and as long as they all just make, as Parse and the other guy make up the rest of it, or Chipmunk, they should be fine. I mean, I don't see anything going wrong for them. I would love for them to win because it would be my prediction would be correct. Even though I don't really know these teams too well, but would be nice to have.
Yeah. As much as we're glazing Spence, I guess you could say, it's really just based off the team at that point, because they've just been carrying momentum.
Oh, yeah. Especially because
Spence has the good finishing there, but passing from the back line to give him that opportunity.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. As long as they give him the ball, and as long as he's got open space, I think he'll be good. I mean, also, like you said, the momentum from, game 1 losing 3-1, it was looking rough. And then game 2 coming back and beating them 3-1. It's insane. I mean, it's good for them to have the momentum to be able to get back into it and just get, I mean, 2 wins now back to back and could be 3 in a row. Ooh, this is going to be unfortunate for Texas already. They get a good save out, but Chili, low boost, could be put in a bad spot here. Ooh, he gets kind of a fake on Chipmunk there. Kind of gets saved by that. Ooh, quick finish here. Spence can't get to the ball quick enough because it is kind of too far away from him. Good touch around. Chili middle. Oof. So he's a good 50.
For a pass back.
Oh,
no!
The miss. That is the worst thing that could have happened there. Just the rough, really rough whiff. Parse just hits this up to follow, but doesn't even have to follow it. Just goes in.
I think he was messing up the follow too, so he was banking on that mistake.
Yeah, I think he was hoping for the hit and to follow after the hit, but he just. Oh wait, insta goal with Sliz. I don't think he has enough boost for this. Oh, he almost does. I didn't think he had enough.
Barely off the bar.
Ooh, good hit out here by Chipmunk. Gets rid of Chili out of the way. 50 par Parse. Ooh. Spins on ball. Can he get to this before Chili does? Can, but he gets a 50. It's important. Oh, good shot here.
Good shot. Bar down and in.
Bar down by Chipmunk. What a play here. Good 50 by Spence to give Chipmunk a potential shot with very low boost, to be fair. Made a very good shot out of this, even though he had pretty much nothing. Great shot, bar down.
Placed.
Yeah, I mean, you can't place that any better. That's a hard shot to also tell where it's going because you just can't really read it because you can't tell if it's going to miss or go high. Great shot.
And flip reset.
Whoa, I can't get him lefty off.
Underneath. Zone danger zone. Here's Marseille from downtown.
All the way from Narnia, as I like to say, because where are we coming from? Oof. Take it up right there.
Another double commit from Texas Tech.
Spence beating him though. Chili has no boost, but what will he be able to do with this? Gets Parse to go at least. Oof, 50 there.
Other side again, Parse would get the mid boost.
Ooh, quick it off by
Chipmunk. Something off the wall. Able to get the second touch.
Spence have.
Oh
no! Is that gonna be the same mistake that just happened to take? No way! The whiff. It's both teams have whiffed for 1 goal. No,
it cancels out if you really think about it, but
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gets off to a point. That is rough. I mean, it looked like he like flipped out, but it looked like his car still hit the ball, but it like I think it's just his wheels. It just didn't count for anything. Oh, goal!
Kick off opportunity. It's too light, easily saved by Sliz.
At least he was paying attention because that could have been a very easy goal. 3-1 back. Could be good here. Chipmunk, ooh, is a little too close there. Can't really pressure. Good challenge there, though. Makes up for it. Chili on.
A team pinch attempt.
I have to say, I don't even know what that was. Looked a little insane. Ooh, Spence on ball in the air. Oh, couldn't get a touch I wanted. Ooh, Parse on ball. Shot! That's a great shot. Really powerful shots. Unlucky for Chili, who couldn't get. I think it was Chili who went for the squishy. Or Sliz, actually. Sliz trying to get Bryson both for a
great pass. Off the back wall.
It's a good usage of that back wall because, I mean, in that situation, especially if they're very low boost, they probably can't do much about the back wall. In that situation, if you just get that above them, it could be a very easy goal. Oof, Moose cannot score the free open net, unfortunately.
Oof, I think they had Parse the other side, though. Oh. Good.
Weird 50 there. I don't know what just happened, but sure. Ooh, Spence in the air. Doesn't have much boost anymore. Does what he can. Ooh,
despite the scoring, there's still relentless pressure from Texas Tech.
I mean, I feel like that's what they need to pull, whatever they did in first game is what they need to pull back. That's what we need to see again for Texas Tech if they want to have a chance of coming back in the series. If they don't win this game, the series is over, and Kentucky wins it. You gotta see this though. Moose on ball. Spence gives a good 50 though. Saves them there. So, ooh, good help by Chipmunk. Spence has no boost though. This could be bad for them. Of course, they have the pretty free ball though. Goes off wall, presumably. Yep, Musty. It's a decent hit. Ooh, this could be bad. That touch is not great.
Bump off the line.
Ooh, Parse still somewhat on it. Leaves it for Spence, though. It's good hits. Not going to be a goal, though. Chili is there to block it. Ooh, take it down Chili. Or Chipmunk, sorry.
Moose again.
Oh, there's
a pop-up. Moose.
Ooh, double commits. Looking rough. Oh no, all the pressure right in front of the net here.
It's,
Demo attempt
it's still
by
pressure. They're
Fliz.
slowly running out of boost, I think.
Yeah, they
First, able
definitely
to get that
are.
hit off the
This is
wall
exactly what Texas
again.
Tech wants, though. They need this for the goal. Ooh, Spencer Smith's. Forte's right in front. Good 50 up. Oh no, Chipmunk misses.
Miss. It's a
What a
good
save by
save.
Smith.
1 minute. They need to get 2 back if they want to remain in the series. There's Moose again with the ball.
Nice, yep, good
Cleared
hit out
away
by
by
Spence here.
Spence.
Ooh, can't get our touch though. That's a double there. It's gonna be really bad. The boost, I believe, is very bad for Kentucky here. But if they can hold on, they can win the series. Oh no, barely missed
There
by
he
Chili.
goes.
Wait, is
But
it a
here's
goal?
Barce. Didn't
No.
have
I
any
didn't realize it was
boost.
that
Could have
open.
scored that and ended the game.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
not again.
Oh, it's always on the goal line. It's always on the goal line.
It
Post was
misflipped
going
that, I
backwards.
think. But
Yeah.
Spence again doing what he does best.
Spencer's
Just
gotta
icing
have
this
most
game.
goals in this. Gotta. I'd be very surprised if
30
he doesn't.
seconds. That's another miss in the air, but there's a pass, maybe?
Sort of, I think. I think maybe he expected Sliz to go in the air for it. Ooh, we're playing risky now. 3 goals, holy.
15
Oh, this is.
seconds, not even. They can't afford to be
Oh,
risky.
man.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
and
it's
of course,
gone.
it is GG's there.
And they ended up getting the team pinch off there, yep.
Oh, they do, and then Moose just.
And he's out of
Unfortunately.
boost.
Yeah, oh
That's
wow.
the theme of the series, being out of boost when you need to make a save.
Oh, good fake too, I guess. Yeah, it's just seems like not. I mean, to be fair, we've taken from both teams to a point more from Texas than we have from Kentucky. We still have seen Kentucky being low boost on their goal line, but that is series goes to Kentucky 3-1. My prediction was correct, surprisingly, but we'll take it.
I mean, I don't think you got your prediction in the sense that you thought it would be.
Oh, definitely not.
You
I mean,
know?
going into game 2 already down 1, I was like, well, might not be great if I'm being honest, but not like too much I can truly do about that to a degree, but hey, I will definitely not complain about that. That was a really good. Those are good games to watch. Very great games. Unfortunate
Especially,
misses
yeah.
in this last game, especially rough ones. But hey, it is what it is.
Because, yeah, it was a miss from both sides, so yeah, it is what it is.
For luckily for Kentucky, they only had the one miss they had was the only goal they conceded in that game. 5-1, crazy scoreline to end on. But I mean, you can't fault them at all because they played really well in that game.
Yeah. And even you take the goal away, they still were dominating for the most part.
Yeah, it's like I wonder if they changed their game plan in between games because game 1 again they were down 3-1, or they lost 3-1, then they go into game 2 beat them 3-1. I wonder if they changed how they played, or they maybe like we said they figured out maybe T Chili just sits in the goal on 0 boost and just gets kind of stuck there and there's not much he can do. I mean they scored off twice off that I want to say in game 2, so I assume they must have just fixed their game plan around maybe that specifically.
Yeah. Also, that's probably more realistically the case. Just change the game plan, trying to boost start them, and it worked perfectly in every single game after that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I mean, they executed what they should, which I mean, of course, especially in this level of threes, especially that's what you need to be doing. You need to just make sure you boost out them as much as possible and keeping the pressure up as much as possible. Because it felt like Kentucky from game 1 had 0 pressure. So going into game 2, having probably, I mean, some pressure. I think, like you said after the game, it was like half and half. It was like Texas had the pressure, but then Kentucky changed, and then they had pretty much all the pressure as well. It just went back and forth. So I mean, good to see that Kentucky could pull it back out after, especially that first game going so badly for them. But love to see it though, especially for my prediction.
Yeah.
What? When did you move it? All right, welcome back, everyone. It's me, Dancing Banana. I am here with Fast, and welcome to the second game of the day of the MCC Summer Circuit. How you feeling, Fast?
I'm feeling pretty good. That first game was just a warm welcome back into the MCC for me. I mean, it was awesome seeing the newcomers in Kentucky um, take down that Texas Tech team that put up one heck of a fight in the regular season last season. But what a strong start to this summer season.
Yeah, I mean, it was so much fun. For reference for everyone who wasn't here, maybe was here. Last time we were here with the MCC, we saw a great fight between Nebraska and Kansas State in the grand finals. Went all the way to game 7. Nebraska scored a 0-second goal to win the series. What a game, what a series, what a way to end out the inaugural season. But Kansas State, they're here in the summer, and they're feeling like that they want to win it all, obviously. So now here they go against Delaware. And I guess we're going to jump into the game soon enough. Who do you think's going to win this?
Man, if I know anything about Kansas State, it's that they got some fight in them. Give me Kansas State, and give me Kansas State in 3. I like Kansas State to go all the way here. They wanted it so badly in that in the ending of that regular season, and they're out for blood now, I think. So we'll be seeing a really strong Kansas State team in my eyes.
So I don't disagree about that Kansas State will win. Neither of us are going to be on the opposite side of that. But I don't agree with it in 3. In fact, I think it's going to be in 5. I think this Delaware team, who's brand new, it's going to be young, they're going to be scrappy. And they're going to take the fight straight to Kansas State right here, right now. So I think we're going to go all the way to Champs Field here.
Okay. I mean, I could see it. I could see it going either way. You know, as I've said before, that's the beautiful part of the MCC is that all these teams on any given day can put up either one heck of a fight or, you know, have a learning experience for the games ahead. But it really makes for some exciting outcomes. So I'm obviously excited for this one.
Yeah, 100%. And I think there's going to be a lot that we're going to see in this game that I think is going to really surprise us. I believe that Kansas State will be running the same roster that we saw in the last season, if I'm correct, I would say, right? The Giro, the
Yeah, I
who
believe
else
so.
who else is on that roster? Alien Techno and Moon?
That sounds right to me. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that series like yesterday, that championship series.
Oh man, I mean, I remember being on the cast for that one, and Nivex and I, who I believe is in the chat right now. I mean, it was such a good series. I mean, it was exhilarating. The amount of like hype moments there, and obviously the way that it ended was so good.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I think right now we are trying to set up some of the game stuff for these players already. So give us a moment there. But I guess, what do you expect to see here, Fast, in this like upcoming days and weeks for the Summer Circuit?
Well, I can tell you this. We have a round robin system where we have 16 teams just like the spring season. However, instead of northern and southern conferences, they are split into groups of 4. and each one will be playing a round robin within their group. The top 2 teams from each group will make the upper playoff, and the bottom 2 teams will advance to the lower playoff. So we have equal playoff action whether you're in the top or not. But we got some interesting groups for sure that were seeded not necessarily based on region, like the northern and southern conferences. But we got a wide variety. So, even with the variety we had in the regular season, it's just more variety. So I'm sure we'll have some great matchups here. Maybe some previously sleeper teams will make a run.
Yeah, and I don't know if you mentioned it, but I think did you mention how the playoff system works in this? Or would you
Well,
like
it's
me
a
to mention that?
double. It is double elimination.
Did you
in
mention like the
same-
upper and lower
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yes, obviously the double elimination. So for everyone who's a fan of these teams, your team is guaranteed to play a minimum of 5 games if they went 0-3 and 0-2. So they will have a good amount of reps and a good amount of chances for you to see them. So no worries on that end. And I think the teams that go the entire distance are probably close to 10, 8 maybe. I want to say 8 games.
I think that's right. Well, unless you lose your very first round and then you make a lower bracket Cinderella run. I don't know what that exact number is off the top of my head, but it's got to be like maybe close to 10. I would say, yeah.
Yeah, because you got round 1, so that'll be the top 8 teams. You'll lose what, 2 of them in round 1 lowers. You'll lose another 2. And then you'll lose another 2. That's in 3 rounds. Then you'll lose 1, then you'll lose 1. So that's 5. Am I bad at math? 2, 6, 4, 6. I think it is like 5 or 6 games. So yeah, I think around that 8-9 mark. It's sounding like it's almost like we have a screenshot of this somewhere, I think, of the past that we could use. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can play like 6 games. And if there's a bracket reset, it will be 7.
You could
So-
say
Don't
or
say it. Don't say that. Oh god.
well, whether 6 or 7, it will be a heck of a lot of Rocket League. We have a regular season over the next 3 weeks with a week break in between and playoffs starting week of July 6th, wrapping up on July 22nd. The same schedule as the Spring Championship, where we will have the lower semis and the upper final and the lower final and the grand final all on that night. And it will be cinema, and you have to be there. So,
Yeah,
lots to
I
look
understand.
forward to.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's also going to be 2 playoffs. So, there's going to be 2 grand finals. There's going to be 2 high stakes matchups, 2 chances for a bracket reset. I mean, imagine if both games went to a bracket reset. I mean, the chaos that would be occurring. But yeah. Obviously, I think there is some player things being resolved at the moment before we get into this game here soon enough. But I think right now let's do a bit of a rundown, I think, of the teams that will be here in this tournament while we wait for this to kick off. I think some of the familiar faces. Obviously, we got the Kansas State, right? I think that's a team that looks largely unchanged. Yeah, we got the Giro, Alien Techno, and Delayed Moon. However, they have 2 subs. Or I guess Moon is a sub, and they have another player that might be stepping up. But the core 3 are still going to be there. And it looks like we're going to be seeing at least 2 of the players that we always know. But on the rest of the field, it's going to be a lot of different players. However, obviously we saw that Texas Tech team. Same 3 players that we saw last time. 3-1 loss, unfortunately, to Kentucky. But I think you can believe in Texas Tech possibly bouncing back. But I
for
think the
sure. I
interesting
mean,
one,
they came out swinging in that first game, right? With 2 goals off rip.
yeah, they won that. But obviously,
Yeah, they
didn't
did
win
win
next
the
3.
game, and then
Yeah, but an interesting one is Iowa State. Exact same roster. You got the salty Gurf, you got the recumbent Jones, and you got the Milky with Snipes there as the sub. So, that's a team that I would love to see them just run it back pure and see where it goes.
I like Iowa State to win the whole thing at some point. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. They, with their coach and their players and their teamwork ability, it's really just a matter of time, in my opinion. And I'm confident in the fact that that is true. Okay.
Well, I think we're about to be ready here. I think I see players starting to get ready.
I see a particular player that caught my eye. We'll see in a
Does
second.
it start with a Z?
Yes.
It does start with a Z. Yes, that is correct. It looks like Delaware versus Kansas State will be getting underway here in a moment. All the players are on the field. Kickoff is going. And we're off the bat. Zen on Delaware on the blue side. Techno, a familiar face, on Kansas State on the orange side. And kickoff goes underway.
And let's see if Kansas State can make an early run out of their half. Yurtis with a big 50, and Zen's going to chase that one and get an early demo. We had a viewer in the chat alluding to us that Zen was on the team. Yurtis will put it away, though. No need for Zen quite yet. With addition there from TPG, and that will be an early one to start the series off.
Yeah, Jiro tries to reach it, but doesn't have enough boost, and is failed to make contact with that ball, and Yurtis, he's going to make sure that that gets punished right away, and it's 1-0.
1-0 indeed. Every game has to start somewhere. But now Kansas State on the offensive. Alien Techno looking for another one. Not quite. And if you're Kansas State, this was kind of a theme that I feel like I saw with Kansas State just throughout the regular season, because they were initially, I believe, the strongest team, right, in terms of metrics, and they were 3-0. Kind of a shaky end of their season, but they ended up bouncing right back to that grand final position. So it will be very interesting to see how Kansas State fares here going down early in the series with the newcomers, as Alien Techno does put one away off a somewhat unfortunate 50. Yurtis trying to clear this one out, doesn't get the touch he's looking for, and that will be the equalizer.
Yeah, Yurtis give it, Yurtis take away. So 1 goal apiece after 1:09 gameplay gone. But I think, like you were saying, Kansas State, yeah, they were a team that we were very familiar with in the regular season, in the spring. I want to say it was like 5-0 maybe, this Kansas State roster. They were the undisputed #1. They took down the Washington State and were like, oh yeah, there's no one else going to be fighting them. And then the North became an absolute mess. So, you know, it's time for Delaware now to maybe make a mess of all these teams, as right now they're going to be on the offense there. But Moon puts it up very vertical. He's able to get a good 50 on Yurtis, and Jiro will be the guy to step up. Gets 50 by Zen. Zen, after having his nice little perfect run in twos, will be here now on the field for Delaware. And it's definitely the same Zen, 100%.
Yeah, he just had to go wipe the slate clean in 2v2 real quick and come back here for some MCC glory. But TPG with a shot now, and that will go right in. Again, no need. Oh wait, Zen on the assist. Okay. Zen has been...
We're about to see no need for Zen.
I was, because I thought Yurtis got the assist, but never mind.
No, it was actually a really good pass by Zen.
That was a great
straight
pass.
out. Yeah, so suddenly 2-1 to Delaware. They are going to maintain, even when they're tied up, they still feel like they're mostly in control, but Moon, he's going to try to make a play here. Gets a touch, he's going to try to hit the ceiling, maybe get a second, but no, Zen puts it into the corner. Techno, he's on, but gets kind of an unfavorable touch. We'll let TPG be the next to it. A bit of bumping there makes it uncomfortable for Moon and Zen. Just a hard beat out, but Techno, he has a bit of time. He's going to take a one-on-one. Good 50, he's trying to stick close, but TPG, he understands patience. He knows he has a bit of time, and is able to make his way out.
And he will almost make his way even further, but Zen with a nice shot, Techno save. And in the MCC, you're going to need more than that. Jiro now will kind of secede to Kentucky here, or Delaware, I should say.
Oh, that was good.
As Yurtis will put that one away. I'm getting my blues mixed up. But TPG with a nice little carry. Kansas State not eager to commit there, and Yurtis takes advantage, and they will go up 2 goals.
Yeah, it feels like they're trying to play pretty passive, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. I remember in the playoffs, Jiro, when this guy was aggressive, this guy was a bit chasey and disrespectful, he was at his brightest. I mean, he was the star player for the squad, I would say, throughout the majority of the playoffs run. There's obviously times that Moon and Alien Techno stepped up, but it was very much Jiro decided that he was going to be that guy. He's trying to go for a redirect there, won't quite be on target. Zen, with no boost, has to be careful, but gets taken out of the game. suddenly, puts a bit of pressure on Delaware.
And then does get that favorable back left spawn. Here in this new update, players can choose where they spawn, and
Oh, I forgot
even
about that.
I didn't realize that there are 2 spawn points in each corner for a total of 4. There's a left one and a right one in each corner. Because I was testing it out earlier, as TPG with a shot, Alien Techno will deny, and he will deny yet again and get the flip over. Delaware not finding anything, but this update came out around 2 hours before the start of this series, so the tactics are very fresh in terms of the demo spawns. So we will have to see how that shakes out.
Yeah, but right now, though, there's less than a minute on the clock. There's going to be a shot here. Giro is able to put the goal. It's a pretty simple one, not crazy amount of power, just places it in between the defenders, but you need to cut this lead in half, and he does so with a minute left on the clock. That is plenty of time for this team.
Absolutely, and that's really the shot you need right there if you're Giro. Beautiful split of the defenders and the posts. Giro now looking for a quick addition, unfortunately with no one there to support. And now, TPG probably didn't get his flip if I had to guess. An unfortunate one, but Giro will try to clear this out. To Zen, and Yurtis with a shot.
Yeah, it's in the corner, 30 seconds left. It's getting kind of dicey here. Moon, not much boost. Able to get cleared out, though. Techno won't be able to reach it. Giro, he's going to have to take an awkward save. Will do so, but Techno's gone again. The boost is getting kind of sketchy once more. And with time ticking away, you got to be worried. But a good touch by Moon is going to make Heroes have to get a save here. Into the corner, Techno gets beat. Suddenly, Zen's going to be on it. Can't quite get a touch. Is that going to be shot? No, it's going to be too wide. Final 5. Can Techno keep this up? Can anyone keep this up? Or will Game 1 be going to Delaware?
Kansas State in their first MCC game since that grand final Game 7, 0-second loss. Giro, not quite. And Delaware will lock up the very first game of this best of 5 series.
Yeah, and well, I think there's a lot to see in the form of the stats here. I mean, look at just the amount of saves and the amount of shots for each team, right? 5 shots on Kansas State. Yurtis alone had that many shots. They had double the amount of shots, Delaware versus Kansas State. The amount of saves that had to be made by Kansas State to keep them alive in this game was a magnitude greater.
I mean, yeah, I'm just honestly in awe of the disparity there. I'm just looking at that myself. 2 saves on the part of Delaware is all they needed to keep that lead. And if you're Kansas State, obviously Giro did have a great shot that game, and I'm not recalling the first goal, but you're going to want to put more on. And I think Kansas State will figure out how to do that because they have had to figure it out many times in many aspects of the competition in this regular season. So Game 2, I think we'll see a different Kansas State team.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But I think one of the big things is going to be Yurtis. You got to find a way to shut this guy down. He was looking good. He was moving. He obviously had that rough 50 that got the first goal for Kansas State. If you're wondering, that was the goal. But in the end, they were able to figure it out. But right now, I think we're going to be getting into the game, I believe. Is that Yurtis and TPG both authenticating? Or are they just like grayed out on my end?
On my end, I couldn't see them either, but I guess they are in the
Yeah, they're in. Okay. Sure, we're not going to question it. Average Rocket League moments. But right now, Alien Techno, he has the ball. He's going to try to take this out on Aquadome here. But no, TPG. It's now his turn. And right away, the physicality is here for Delaware. And that's going to be a big worrying sign if you're a Kansas State fan.
But Moon trying to negate those worries. As Kansas State will go on the offense to no avail. And if you're Kansas State, it's obviously great to have this possession, but we really got to get some shots on it. We'll almost put one away. And what a save there to keep that one out. Moon will not find the net. Now it's on Techno. Will find the crossbar, in fact. And if you're Kansas State, I mean, not to beat a dead horse, but, you know, we got to find some shots here.
I mean, to be fair, Techno did just find this shot, and I don't know how he found that shot. It got saved there, thankfully, by TPG, but, I mean, fair enough. But, honestly, Only one shot they got from that section of pressure, but it felt like so much more, honestly. It felt like 2 or 3, but it's only a counterattack, maybe. No, TPG is able to get touched, but the physicality, again, Zen causing harassment. But Yurtis is gonna barely live, is able to stick with this ball. Techno gets beat out, and suddenly Jiro gotta play it patience. Able to pass one, but TPG will be there next. Jiro again is able to get touched, but now it's Zen's turn. The Frenchman's trying his hardest, can't quite do it. I don't think this Zen is French, but who am I to know? Jiro now, though, gets a bit of a touch, but pays for his life. TPG takes another out. He is a hitman on the loose, but it doesn't amount to a shot. It doesn't amount to a shot.
Maybe a shot there, not quite. But Delaware is kind of just putting it on right now. Just more shots. Zen cannot find that one, but TPG to Yurtis. Back to TPG, we'll call that a pass, and Yurtis will get a nice little reset there. But now it's Kansas State finally on the offense, and what will Jiro do with it? A nice bump play on the part of, I believe, Alien Techno. Yes, Alien Techno chasing that bump, and Jiro finds a nice little slot in there. TPG can't quite make that. Kansas State is in the lead in Game 2.
Yeah, that was a really well done play. I mean, the pressure on Kansas State, their boost totals were so low. I think they had combined 30 at multiple points, and they didn't get punished for it. But then they were just able to get a simple goal off of Jiro trying to go, and Alien Techno just making life so hard. And right now, first lead of the series for Kansas State, but Jiro, he's going to try to extend it even further. Can't quite get the touch he wants to. Moon will get beat out. Zen from TPG. Zen, he's in the air. Zen trying to take it up high. Can he get a double? Will not be on target. Will get met by TPG. Yurtis is gone, but TPG will get past. Techno, though, will just take his time, try to buy time for his teammates to recover, to get into good positions, and it works out fairly well as the 50 goes very lateral.
TPG with an unfortunate bang in the middle. I thought I was going to see something out of Zen, you know, Mr. Physics going back to the University of Delaware, I guess, to sharpen those physics. But
Is Delaware known for their physics? I don't know.
Probably some very accomplished physics graduates, but Yurtis not letting us yap on that for too long, as TPG, I believe, will get a bump there on Moon, and Delaware will find the equalizer in this one.
Now, I can't lie. The only thing I know about Delaware alumni is that Joe Flacco came from there and Joe Biden came from there. So, you know, maybe one of them should name themselves to Joe, and we'll see if they pop off. But right now, Moon's trying to get this ball out. 100 seconds left in this game. And honestly, it's been much more even than the prior game. Hero, maybe he's trying to take it? No, it's just opt to give it to TPG again. A lot of respect here from the side of Kansas State on this Delaware team, but is that going to bite them in the back? And Jiro will just put it out to the corner. Good smooth movement will keep the ball with him. Gets boost as well, tries to center it. 50 and a half there. Jiro will fake it. Leaves it for teammate. No, he gets hit into Moon. Can't get it around, and an opportunity goes astray as suddenly a counterattack opportunity. Yurtis shot won't be on. Gets blocked early, but TPG's trying to do something, but another 50. More time being wasted away. There's a shot. There's the goal. And what could have been a goal on the one side of Kansas State goes all the way around, and suddenly they're trailing once more.
That is some very unfortunate positioning on the part of the Kansas State team. And Delaware is really good at capitalizing on these opportunities when they come up, and that's really what you need against Kansas State, if I know anything about Kansas State in this league. So Kansas State will be looking to get one more goal with a minute to go to not be down 2-0 in this series.
Well, there's a good opportunity there.
Almost, not quite.
Yeah, but right now, Zen, no boost. Techno, can you beat? Won't be on target. Yurtis has to go now. We'll get the beat up. Who's next? It's going to be TPG, and time is slipping away again. They're slow to it, but a big pinch. Keeps on the correct side. Zen control. Zen pass one. Can he 50 another? Yes, he can. It will be very vertical. Techno beats out, but won't be to where he wants it to be, and suddenly, it's back to the orange side. And it's so miserable here for Kansas State. It feels like that they can't get a good opportunity. As suddenly, they have to save again, another shot. 10 seconds remaining. Can they do something? It's feeling less and less likely.
The final hope in this game for Kansas State. It'll be off the backboard. Zen with the clear. Yurtis with the fake, and that will go down. Delaware looking at a sweep if they can claim one more in this series.
And on the other side, Kansas State, they got to do the reverse sweep. It's going to be a hard journey. We've seen some. I think we've only seen 2, actually. Have we seen only 2?
Yeah, well, Kansas State has definitely been involved. I forget
They
if
had to stop it.
pulled
They had to
off.
stop it. They had to stop the reverse sweep from Clemson because they were 3-0 up.
Okay.
But I know Michigan got reverse swept by Iowa State, and Michigan got reverse swept by Washington State. Man, if you're a Michigan fan, you do not want to be on the side of being 2-0 up in these Big 05. But if you're Kansas
a
State,
Michigan fan, you get 2 teams in this summer league.
that is true.
So...
Double the chances. Don't worry, I can't wait for both of them to make like the Section 1 playoffs, and then they have to play each other, and the team starts getting reverse swept. Like, what do you do at that point if you're a Michigan fan? Do you just like laugh?
That would be quite cinema. But even more cinema is this third game. Kansas State does not want to go out this way in their very first series back.
No, they do not.
Let's go. Let's see.
And as we go, kickoff will be going underway. Game 3. Will this be a quick one here for Delaware and Kansas State, or will Kansas State show that they have some bite to them as TPG tries to take a shot? Will get the ability, but no, Giro will stop it. But instantaneously, the tone has been set, and it's Delaware has full control of this game, and they have Kansas State by the leash.
Yeah, Delaware is looking messy because with TPG on that one and Yurtis on some other ones, even Zen with an attempt earlier, they are all looking like they can place this ball, and they have command of this ball, and they're looking strong. As a center attempt there, no one to finish it, but Kansas State is just generally looking a little bit loose on the day here. So let's see if they can find one right here as Alien Techno gets a nice ball. That'll just be cleared out for TPG. And some early ping-ponging in this one. Let's see if either of these teams can find it.
Yeah, but right now, Giro, he's going to take a big control, and this is something I would like to see. I want to see control from these teams. Techno shot. It's off. That could have been a goal, I feel like, if he placed it more right. Moon opts to just take it back. Take all the time in the world, and I like this play. He just give himself the back wall, give himself a chance to air dribble. He's taking it. Can he get another touch? He gets the reset, but Zen will block it. But does one to the corner where Giro attempts a pin. Doesn't get anything out of it, but rare. Techno. I feel like the most basic shot of them all. It goes in, so they won't be complaining. And another lead for Kansas State.
TPG, I'm thinking he wanted to flip there. Yurtis. That back wall position beneath the crossbar is, I would say, notorious for, it's just hard to read if you're there. And Kansas State able to take advantage. In the lead once again. They have 3.5 minutes to hold it if they want to be back in this series. So, let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, but right now, it's going to be Yurtis on this ball, and I think that's a big fear, but a demo there from Moon, this is something I like a lot. I want to see these demos. I want to see the physicality from Kansas State. This is when they're at their strongest. But Yurtis again gets it out. TPG gets it past another, but no one else is going to be there for that ball, so Giro is not particularly phased. Techno also gets a 50. Now Yurtis is on the ball, and this is a much more worrying position to be Yurtis. Even if he's no boost, he tries to pinch it in. Giro just cuts it off early, but there's a lot of miscoms, it feels like, here on the back line. But in the end, they're able to get this ball out. They're able to get past the midfield line.
And from what you said earlier, I'd say, personally, that physicality is always a good thing. Now, it's interesting to see if the dynamic will change at all with these demo spawns, because the chance that you spawn on the wrong side is kind of removed, but it's just very interesting because obviously the tactics haven't developed yet in the time of this series. But Moon will get a nice 50 there. And Kansas State, I would say, they would like to get this ball out of their half. Giro.
I think that was actually the best option. I think that was the best option of them all. Oh my god! Sure, Techno, save that. But anyways, I was going to say, I think that Giro getting demoed there was the best possibility that could have happened, because else he would have been taking centuries to recover. But he just spawned where he wanted to spawn in the back. So, it worked out. But obviously, Techno also got a mind-blowing save there to keep them alive as we go on. Jiro tries to pinch, keeps it close. Empty jump, sticks with it. Reset? No, not quite, but there's gonna be Moon close by. And the tighter spacing from this Kansas State team. Even at times if it burns them, at times it's the thing that gives them the fire that they need to push on.
I mean, when you only have one defender in your back line, that will always work. And Kansas State able to find it. So, they are making some headway in the series like I predicted they would. Now, I predicted they would win 3, but the Kansas State 5 prophecy could hold true here. Jiro looking to add another Moon off the post twice, off the crossbar again! And that is a total of, I think, 3 dakes, plus the one before it that wasn't necessarily post the crossbar. But that is quite insane on the part of Kansas State. Hopefully the next one will be on the net. Alien Techno will try to make that happen.
Yeah, but thankfully they do have 2 goals, so they do have insurance, but 2 does not feel safe. They're going to be wishing for that one back, unless they win this game, but at the moment, Delaware is starting to amp up the pressure. A minute, 60 seconds. We are finally counting in the form of seconds here. It's going to be on the Delaware back end. TPG's playing control, but they need to start putting the pace. They need to up the ante here. Zen, it's his turn. Gets 50 by Moon. It's going to be very lateral. TPG, where's he going to put it out to? It's very center. Will be Eurytus, but there's no boost. But it's not known to the side of Kansas State. But it doesn't matter because the first person to it's going to be Techno. This ball's out. It's again a slow roll. It's going to be Moon. The very favorable 50 by Techno. And there's a teammate there to collect. 3 goals up. Game 3 looks like it's wraps.
That is quite a great 50, I must say. It's always so funny that if you're the party of a 50 that ends up going not your way, you kind of look at the replay afterward. I've done that, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I can kind of see why the ball went that way, and I try to adjust my 50s, but a nice 50 there on the part of Jiro, or bump play, I should say. And that will get past all 3 of the Delaware players, and Kansas State's on fire now.
Yeah, and I would be scared, because if Jiro's heating up, well, suddenly this series is blown wide open, but Techno is gonna just rub salt in the wound there. There's a 5th goal, and this is this the same amount of goals as Delaware has scored in the last 2 games combined?
I think you're right, because was it 3-2 and 2-1?
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 game. They've suddenly just scored the same amount. The offense has been amazing. They've been doing it well. Jiro can't quite score a 6th one. Moon won't get a touch. But at this point, I think if you're Kansas State, you're just having fun with it. You've done your job. You've won. And things are not going right for Delaware. And suddenly, you're starting to feel a bit worried here if you're Delaware. Obviously, you still have another chance in a one after that. But it starts feeling like you don't quite have the 9 lives you had originally as Game 3 officially goes underway and finishes up.
Kansas State with the win they are looking for.
Dude, the number of shots.
Yeah. That's more of what we're looking for.
Yeah.
From Kansas State, for sure.
Yeah, 13-7. And, I mean, the goal, the shooting accuracy, fair enough, but in the end, they had a good amount of saves. They still had 5. It wasn't like that they weren't playing any defense. It just happened to be... I think the big thing was their goal line defense led to them having the sidewalls much more in control, and they were able to get the ball out, right? When they did a save, suddenly someone else was on it. I remember seeing Jiro, like, he pinches it and keeps control of it. That was something that they did not have in the past games. Just having that possession after a save is so important for these teams, and I think Kansas State really were showing that off here. And then again, in the end, they won Game 3, and suddenly, Game 4 feels very possible.
Oh, absolutely. Kansas State is they're a back half team, if I had to describe it as that. And here on Neo Tokyo, we're getting into the maps now that really matter. So Game 4, here we go. Moon wins that kickoff, and that is the start you want.
Yeah, right now it will be an opportunity here. Zen will get it cleared out, won't be an issue, but TPG, now he's up. He's going to try to take control, actually. Can he get the reset? He can. but will get 50'd. Will he be able to steal the boost? No, he will not. He's going to be slow back, but right now, Kansas State on some defense. Next up will be a 50 there between Giro and him, but at the moment, it's feeling... I don't want to say it's feeling dangerous, but it's not feeling comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in the orange half for a
Majority.
plentifully long time. Not quite concerning yet. Alien Techno will clear that out, but that is kind of going right back to Delaware, and it almost seems like one of these times one of the players will get messy again and find the net if Kansas State is low on boost or out of position, as Zen will find one off the corner, and Yurtis now will try something, but Kansas State holding off for now. They obviously, I think they'd want a goal here pretty soon, because it's seeming like if the clock, if there's no goal that's scored for a decent chunk of time, then Delaware will probably fare out in the end.
Oh yeah, 100%, but right now there's going to be a goal there by Delaware as we are speaking. Time or no time. Yurtis in the one-on-one. Giro can't quite get the touch, and suddenly Techno. I mean, it's as rough as it gets, right? The chip shot, you are playing with extreme reaction times, and it's a hard one to ask for him. And suddenly, match point still here for Delaware. Kansas State, they are probably extremely aware of it right now. Giro, though, he's going to get the reset. He's going to stick with it, but will get beat out. Zen there. Moon doesn't get the touch, and there is a possible shot that flies away due to that whiff, and suddenly, it feels like Delaware got away with one again.
A generous fake by Moon, leaving it for the teammate, and now Giro's making plays. Off the backboard, what are we doing here? A little miscomm possible. Moon won't get that one. Will anyone in Delaware shoot? Not quite.
Wait, Giro has a reset. He can't do anything with it.
I thought he might have been cooking there too, but now Techno. Over to Giro. What will we see out of Giro here? And that is just a little too far. But both of these teams are hungry to make a play here, so I'm feeling like whatever this next goal is will be a pivotal one.
Yeah, right now, though, it's feeling more and more like Kansas State are upping the pace a bit. Sometimes it's coming with consequences, but sometimes the consequences are the type that they're looking for. Giro, from the sky, just lands on it low and is just able to 50 out Zen. And I mean, it's a rough one. The one-on-one, you can't quite do anything about that. And pivotal goal, you're saying, and it feels very pivotal there because it feels like the pace change that Giro and the squad have been making, it finally paid dividends.
As Yurtis, though, will...
Oh, no, you can't be missing those!
Oh, man. I mean, before that happened, I was going to say that you can't say that you've 50 Zen every day. But Delaware already looking to...
Not again! How many missed times is that? Oh, is there a shot? No, Zen just taking it around,
Zen
but...
just takes it all the way. I think TPG might be looking for one here, though. Off the bar,
It's too
Techno
high! Yeah, but it's just feeling like how many times is that now that's been the post, it's been the crossbar for this Delaware team. They've been slightly wide, they've been slightly high every single time. But now Techno's able to clear it out. Yurtis will be the next one there. Shot will be off target. Moon, though, will secure it out, but it's feeling kind of sketchy there. Yurtis won't quite do it. Giro, no boost, is sticking well. Another 50 with Zen, but it will go high. Will be Techno to it next. Another good 50. TPG now has to be the one to make the save, and does so successfully.
As I love to say, if you were to make the goal like 5% bigger, I'd be winning RLCS. Alien Techno, though, does not need that buff. He will find the net off of a 50 by TPG, and Yurtis is the one committing to that, and not necessarily close enough. So Kansas State back in the lead here, and we could be looking at Game 5 if this one goes favorably for them.
Yeah, this is feeling even more real in Delaware. They know there is something here. There's something over the horizon. About to be a minute left. A shot! Techno! He scores! And I was about to say there's going to be a minute left on the clock. And they're a goal down. There's going to be a minute left on the clock and they're 2 goals down. And suddenly, Champions Field. The lights are calling. The banners are waving. It's going to be soon, it feels like, unless Delaware can pull out a miracle.
Zen might be returning home. but let's see if Delaware can put a stop to that. They say not quite yet. TPG finds one. Off of the dish by Yurtis. Zero with an unlucky flip. Moon cannot quite get that 50. Techno stunned in the net. This game is not over, and in the MCC, it's never over. So Delaware could quite easily put one up in this last one.
Yeah, well, TPG is able to keep it on the orange half here, though. A bit of a beat by Techno. Good 50 there again. There's a bump as well. He is making this take a while for something here. Gives his teammates plenty of time to reset. Techno, though, clears it out. Will beat past one. Moon gets the boost. He needs that desperately. Can he put this on target? No, he cannot. Double? Won't quite go in. Can he get the boost steal here? Yes, he can. And it will make this slightly harder, though. Zen, one-on-one. Can't quite do anything. TPG, he's not able to read it, and that's an important one that he can't quite get. Less than 30 seconds remaining. A goal down still. Possessions on the side of Kansas State, actually, as they're on the offense. Giro, can he do something? No, he cannot, but is icy seconds ticking away every single moment.
15 seconds separates us from Champions Field. Giro. A double, you can call that the whifty there. And 5 more seconds. Zen looking for one in the middle. Giro will try to call game, and Delaware will not keep that one up. We are going to game 5 in this series.
Champions Field, it was always calling. It was always going to happen. And, you know, is there a better way to end the night of the first day of the MCC summer circuit? Was there ever going to be another option?
I don't think so. That's literally, like, that's just how it goes. Literally, that's what this league is, and it's just amazing to see every single time. Quite possibly the most entertaining set of matches in recent history. But the Summer League is no exception, and you know, it really was special how the Summer League came together on somewhat short notice, partly because of teams just looking to play over the summer, and we made it happen. So we're also, I mean, you know, we're sending not only the teams from the regular season to the playoffs, but also the bottom half. So all the teams in this season have some sort of playoff. So we're just maximizing the number of games, and it's really just an amazing thing. And let's celebrate here on Champions Field in the second season, or the second series of the season so far. Kansas State and Delaware. We are going to game 5 right now.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that no one else wants another way other than a competitive, hard-fought battle. The flags in the skies, kickoff goes. Favorable, will go to TPG though. He's opting to wait it out, trying to deal with Techno, who's right behind him. Will get a successful clear out, but it's patience here by Kansas State. They understand that they have time. They're able to beat out Yurtis, 50 Zen. Will do so. Techno now, he's up. He's putting it back into the corner. TPG is able to clear it out, but now it's Giro. Centers it though. It's actually going to be to Zen, but Zen puts up the TPG shot. It's off the post! How many times has it been? How many options, how many opportunities has Delaware had? If that goal was just a slight bit bigger, if it was a slight bit wider, it's another one gone away, and this game's all still tied up.
You could call that a familiar situation for Zen, but Alien Techno on the save. Let's see if Kansas State can make something happen here and get this ball out of their half. Zero. Looking to make a play. And we're still just kind of going back and forth, which, as we discussed, can favor Delaware. So, Kansas State, on relatively low boost, actually, Zero kind of switches something out of the net, but it won't matter. Alien Techno puts one away to start off this game. And let's see how this one unfolds. Off the bump by TPG, he's able to find it. Yurtis just caught off guard. And Kansas State is now favored in this series with an even number of games, and they are up in this final game of the series.
Yeah, and I mean, it's brutal for Delaware. You could have been 1 goal up yourself if you just shot a bit better, if you shot a bit cleaner. But right now, you gotta take that off your mind. You gotta make sure that you play some good defense here. Right now, you're actually gonna try to go for a redirect. It's gonna be top right. No, it's off again. This team, who have they cursed? Who did they make secret rituals to and are finally paying the price? Because right now, it feels like whatever you give, blood sacrifice or not, you cannot get anything out of them.
It's just a crazy turnaround to watch here. Giro looking to extend things, and TPG will set up for Delaware. Zen cannot quite handle it. And Delaware now on the back foot. They will want to control this. All right, here comes Zen. Zen missed the boost. Kansas State is seemingly running this game now. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Yeah, and I want to say, game 2, where they've scored 2 goals, Delaware has scored 1 goal since in the entire last 3 games. And they scored that after being down 2, or was it down 2? So, it's feeling rough for Delaware. Their offense has not been what it was prior. Kansas State have figured something out. Just a bit of a cleanup on the defense, and things have been much smoother. Right now, speaking of defense, there is some more. Techno. The 50s have been good. A bit of a double commit, but they'll manage.
Powered.
But I say that. There's a person gone, and suddenly the boost is awkward. Zen gets a steal. Techno flicks past 2, though, and Yurtis, he barely reaches it. If he gets a slightly worse touch, I think that could have been a possible counterattack opportunity, but right now, the worries are, time's burning away. It's been 3 minutes of clock. Giro has the ball. Giro gets a flick. Yurtis is able to save it, but man, this does not feel comfortable.
I'm not sure if Giro had to flick that, actually.
I don't think he did either.
Whoever was in front of him was looking for that bump, and Giro just kind of flicked the ball.
Oh, no.
But that might be in. TPG not able to get the touch he wants. Moon will be credited for this goal as he puts it off the ceiling into the touch by Zen. And that is quite a goal of all time. And now Kansas State up 2-0. Delaware has 1 minute and 42 seconds to figure this out.
Yeah, 50 goes well, but look at the boost. They're so low. Players are taking out Zen. He has the opportunity. Zen, can he get the double? No, he can't. Techno gets it out. Giro tries to trade it out. Won't be quite favorable, but Giro takes out a player even when he's out of the play. The off-ball plays have been so effective from Game 3 onwards, and it favored him now. Giro passed. Here it is. TPG, though, will try to put a shot on Moon. He's going to be the first one to it by a mile. Is that on target? Is that going to be saved? No! Delaware's got to face the music. They're down 3, and right now it looks like they have no hopes.
And the Kansas State in 5 prophecy is truly coming alive now. This is quite insane to watch. I did believe in them, I guess, a little harder than I should have. But they made it work. I feel like a win in 5 is almost more impressive than a win in 3 if it's a reverse sweep. So, let's see.
It's like they won 3 in a row. It was as if they only played the last 3 games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're correct. You just didn't realize it.
It was in 3. It just wasn't only 3.
Yeah, exactly. But
Unless
right
Delaware
now,
has anything to say about it, with Zen off the corner and Alien Techno keeping that one secured. If you're Delaware, you really need one in the next, 10 seconds, or it's going to be looking very rough. And you're going to need some elegant kickoffs. TPG will start things off. I speak it into existence. Delaware is making it happen. Off of the pass by Yurtis, Techno, and Moon cannot get to that one. Let's see what kickoffs they have in the playbook.
yeah, kickoff shenanigans brought by Nivex himself. Let's see anything. No, it's very neutral, actually. And I'm not a big fan of that. The shot's also going to be wide. Although there's no one touching it. Who's on it? It's high, though. It can't be anything. Giro. The shot! No! It can't be on. It's too low. And they live. An opportunity. The best one that they could have had goes to waste. Giro's tried to put the double. He can't quite, but as the seconds tick away, Delaware, they gotta face the music. They just got reverse swept in their first ever game of the MCC. Welcome to the Meridian Collegiate Conference, Delaware.
What more could you ask for? And that is just a brutal ending for Delaware. If I got to be honest, they had some opportunity to score right there, and that's just what happens in the MCC. Sometimes you can't find it, and they'll be coming back next week, ready to extend this one, or extend their season, I should say. So Kansas State on the reverse sweep in this final game of the night for MCC.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna have an interview here soon enough. We'll give it a moment. But I think let's talk about what we did see though. Delaware. Those first 2 games was so. I mean, it was impressive. They stopped Kansas State. I would say they like straight up disabled them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that game one, it was looking pretty dominant, but as the series went on, I mean, like we spoke it into existence. Kansas State found their footing, like they generally do, and they really made it happen. So it's just impressive stuff to see. And we will have much more in store, not only next week, but even tomorrow. We'll generally be having games on multiple days, I believe, of the week throughout this season. So there is action to come for sure.
Yeah, but at this moment, we got the chance to talk to a player of Kansas State. Let's welcome in Moon. Moon, how you doing?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
Yeah, it's great to hear. But I guess I'm gonna start off the questions right away. Obviously, you guys did not make it easier for yourselves. You went down 2-0 in the series, had to start to reverse sweep. What's the talks like? What's the talks like after you lost that game too?
So, I mean, we were just kind of caught off guard. We usually start slow in our series, and we were just trying to gain our footing. We haven't been playing as much this summer, so we were just trying to get a good warm up. First, the first 2 games didn't go our way, and it was just kind of our warm up to get rolling in those last 3 games. But the talks, just we can come back. We've been in this scenario before, and it's nothing new to us.
Was there anything in particular about Delaware that after those first 2 games, and maybe not too particular, I don't know what you want to discuss, but what finally made it click for you guys? I mean, you always seem to make it click, so I'm just trying to figure out the process there.
I mean, we did our research, just a little bit. We looked at their trackers. So we knew they were going to be good off the bat. So we tried to stick to our core stuff, stick to how we rotate, how we play defense, those internal passes and stuff. And we weren't really doing that as much in game 1 and 2. And then in game 3, we kind of just reminded ourselves, like, okay, we're down 2. Let's try and change something up, stick to what we know. And we eventually just got the wins.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it was great to see from our POV. A lot of fun, but I think for the future, obviously, MCC, you guys been here before. You guys made second place in the entire tournament. I guess, what's the plans for the summer? What's your hopes? And I think we all expect what you're going to say next.
Oh, I think as well. It's a shorter season for sure, so we don't get as much playing time. But I think that gives us more emphasis to work and really try and better ourselves as a team since we don't have as much time. But we want it all. We're going for gold.
Yeah, I mean, that's great to hear, but we're not going to hold you here any longer. Thank you so much for joining us here, Moon. And congrats on the reverse sweep and congrats on the victory. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, and with that, we got to talk with Moon. It's great to hear from KSU. We've heard from them a lot in the past.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they're always great to talk to. And like I said, they can really figure out how to get back into a series. And then there's a great group of guys. So always love watching them, interacting with them, and there will be some very interesting story arcs with Kansas State to come for sure. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, 100%. But I think that's all we have for tonight. The Meridian Collegiate Conference Summer Circuit, Week 1, the first day of the entire summer circuit, comes to a close. We thank you all for joining us here tonight for these 2 games. We hope to see you here in the future. And good night, everyone.